Hello. If you're not a computer programmer and don't know how to use GitHub, repositories, Linux, and Python scripts, then this isn't for you. But if you do want to watch, you can. I do explain things at a higher level as well. But the reason I'm making this video is to get you to help out to process the almost 500,000 words of English into a rich dictionary using a large language model. In this case, we're going to be using Ollama from Facebook, running on your own local computer. So I'm hoping that you can take your computer and use it overnight while you're not doing anything to process these words one at a time to get this rich information, querying or prompting the large language model Ollama from Facebook. So the first thing you want to do is go to the VisualText repository in GitHub and go to the large language model here. And you're going to see here the large language model. You want to clone that. We're going to be taking a look specifically at Ollama prompt. There is a README file explaining it. I'll give you an overview of what's happening. I took an English word list with over 400,000 words, combined it with the current dictionary. There's a lot of overlap already. And I processed it using a Python script that I wrote called divide words. And it took all the 492,000 words and divided them into files of one letter. So Q, K, O, G. And now these are all listed. I even got a Python script to list them all, and it'll tell you which files are which and how many words are in them, because it's important because we're going to be processing this on our own computer. I'm actually past W. I'm on L right now. I'll show you that. And the idea is for you to be able to pick one of these like H and start processing it yourself. You can stop the processing and it'll continue it, but that's the idea. So this is a repository you need to clone, and then we're going to take a look at that repository. What I'm using is a WSL Linux Ubuntu system on Windows. So I'm looking, if you look down here, you can see the WSL Ubuntu, and I've opened up the LLM directory. Under that you see analyzers, and under analyzers you click on Ollama prompt and you'll load this analyzer. And over here in the text area, which really is the most important area, you're going to have Python scripts, and the Python script we're going to be using here is Ollama prompt. And in here what we're going to be doing is going to be looking at these word files, like right now I'm looking at L, and here's the word file. It's got 11,000, and it's going to read through each one of these words and then call the Ollama and get back this information. Like larkspur is a word. It's a word. The word is larkspur. Part of speech is noun. It's English. It's rarity. It's common. It's from botany. Larkspur is the singular and larkspur is the plural. We can build then dictionaries from this, and I'll show you that. That's the idea. So here's one of the files back with just a few things in it, and we're going to use this analyzer I wrote to take this JSON file. An NLP++ analyzer will analyze these word files and come up with the conceptual grammar for each of the words. Now from here we can generate very rich dictionaries for use in NLP++. So instead of just part of speech, we're going to have it's rare, is it rare or is it common? It's language. If it's a plural, if it's plural, what is its infinitive form? For instance, here's zapped. We know that it's zapped. These are important. If you write a rule and you don't want to match, you just want to match on any of the forms of word zapped, this dictionary will get that. So we're going to be able to use this to generate that dictionary. That's why we're doing it. So let's go back to actually run it. I'm going to show you how we run it and how it works. Well, we include Ollama, the package. There's a package for Ollama in Python, and then you can do Ollama chat. And we're going to use the Mistral model. That Mistral model is a linguistic model, so it knows a lot about linguistics. So I'm going to do the chat. I'm going to say, look, you are a computational linguist. You are asked to provide a definition of a word. Your outputs must be concise and in JSON format, and that's how we get it. Now what we do is I have a prompt I have used and found works pretty well, and that prompt is the word X a noun, verb, adjective, and I list out all the parts of speech explicitly. That way it just doesn't guess on its own, and I I found that was I get more answers that way. What is the human language in this of this word? Is this word common or rare? What is the topic area of this word? If it's a verb, please tell me the infinitive form and delineate all the conjugations. If it's a noun, please delineate the singular and noun plural. So we have that, and so once you download that and you have to load, if you look at the README file for this this analyzer, you're going to see down here that what you need to do is do a load, a pip install Ollama for this to run this script. So let's take a look at the script that's already up and running. You'll see it here. This is a window. Let me go ahead and make it a little bit more readable. So I have this script. You're going to see where I'm at, PWD. I'm in the analyzers, Ollama prompt analyzer in the input area. And if I do a list, then I get all the files, and there's my Python file I want to use. Now I'm going to type in Python. I've already done that once. So type Python 3 in the name of Ollama Python.py. Now I'm going to run that. Now you're going to notice it says I'm writing into, it's reading in the L dot text file, which has a list of all the L words, but it's putting all the answers from Ollama, or the large language model, into an L-def for the definitions. You can see I've already done over 10,000 of it. So if you stop in the middle, you can restart it. It will know where it is. It's going to check that def file and says, look, I've done all these already. Let me just start with that next one. So you're going to run it. I've been running this literally during the last day. I've started and stopped it, but when I'm away, I just run it. And the thing is, you got to keep it up and running. So what you can do on Windows is get this little program called Mouse Move, and what it does is it moves the mouse, very small mouse, so you can't even see it. If you look really close, you can every so often, and that keeps your screens up and your computer running. If it's your laptop or desktop, it's going to want to close down. This will keep it from closing down, and you can run it all night. Once you've done that, what you want to do is then go back and push this new file you develop. Let's say you're doing F, so f-def.text, you want to create a pull request and push that up to the LM repository under VisualText, and then I will look at it and we can merge it in. So everybody who's building each part of this, contact me to find out which file you're doing so we don't have any overlap, and then we can get this done with multiple people on multiple computers and using the power of your laptop or desktop. It does need to be pretty beefy because running a large language model locally is pretty beefy. I'm running it on a pretty quick and beefy laptop here, so you do need something like that, because if it's pretty slow and old, it's not going to help. But if you can help, please, please, please help. It'd be greatly appreciated.